unstuck.
Mom, is it broken?
And he has to read the instructions to try to figure out how to get down.
Is it broken?
Yes.
Okay, what's the problem?
Stop it.
Just tell me what the problem is.
The key won't come out.
Why won't the key come out?
I don't know.
Put your foot on the brake. Put it in park.
Oh my god! That's pretty good. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Fuck, there's nothing. Hold on. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Don't break it. Don't break it. Okay, ready? Oh. Is it on? Oh my god, Mia, come here.
Ow.
Mia!
What?
Oh, it's on?
Whoa.
Is it on?
It's loose, Mommy.
Is it on? Yes or no?
Yes. Mommy, one day that's
I think it's on. I'm gonna hold it.
I'm never gonna be able to stay on. That's too loose.
What is happening? Oh, it's on.
It's too loose. I told you.
What do you mean it's too loose?
Look. How can that bobble? It's too loose.
Is it coming out? Like it's coming out?
The whole wall is gonna fall off. N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N. See? My life, yeah. Mama didn't raise up. Quick!
My wife said she was gonna help me by mowing the grass while I cleaned out the garage. What is she doing? There's not even any grass moving. She don't even have the deck on. Babe, come back! Come here. She's done half the yard this way, guys. What are you doing, babe? What are you doing? Turn it down, turn it down. Are you just driving the mower around?
I'm mowing the grass.
You ain't even got the blades on, honey.
Huh?
The blades aren't even on.
What do you mean? I've got it turned on.
You see that red knob over there? Pull it up. See the grass?
Screw the person who made the wall cable kit. Like, honestly. Like, screw you. Screw you. Screw you. My hands are so messed up because of this. I shoved a whole cheap curtain rod down my wall just so I could lure all of my cables through that I needed to. And I'm pretty sure my husband's HDMI for his PS5 isn't really even in there. So that's his problem now, because...
Like you wanted us to fail. We give us this thing. I'm so done with this.
I feel like I just pushed out a baby.
Don't get me wrong, I am happily single, strong, independent woman, don't need no man. But here I am trying to change my shower head and I can't figure out how to get it off. I've been trying honestly for days and the wrench isn't wrenching. My tiny little lady brain can't figure it out. I want to use one of these cool Jolie nice ones. I just need a man to help me do this.
She's bossier than you, right?
Am I bossy?
Oh my gosh.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you expect?
What? What are you doing?
I'm doing it myself.
Babe,
I'm doing it myself.
you're not. Babe, you don't got. I was literally. I was literally about to get up.
No, you weren't.
Babe.
You were about to get up. I asked you to do this like 2 weeks
You're
ago.
really back up on that ladder all by yourself. Yeah, grip that wall. Grip that wall.
Be a strong independent
Yeah,
woman.
be careful up there. Babe. No, you got the screwdriver too. Babe.
That's disgusting, Sam. I've asked you so many times.
I was literally about to get off the couch right now.
No, you were not, Sam.
Oh, you going no hands on that thing.
For months, but we're being for real.
Oh, be careful. Okay, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Babe, get down. Let me just do
What
it.
do I do?
Get down until you do.
I can't, Sam. It's gonna fall on my head.
Oh, I thought you were a strong independent. I'll leave you right there. You got it. Like you said, you got it. See you later.
The whole thing, because I'm low. Sorry about that. No one can yell at me now.
Laura, we're taking proof of a video for you.
So you can't yell at me. And that's that. So I don't want to hear any more nonsense.
So it's done, Laura.
Done
No
deal.
more.
Now you can bet tomorrow, when she's out of that drunken stupor, she's going to call her dad or one of the men in her life to come fix her car. And she's going to want them to fix it for free, assuming she has an uncle or something that's a mechanic. If she doesn't, she's going to want her dad to come take the car to the mechanic and get it fixed and say, oh, don't worry about it. You're my baby girl. That's fine. So what? I'm out of $5,000. Anything for my anything for my princess, anything for my baby girl. And modern women are going to keep on doing this over and over again because they have no consequences. Nobody holds them accountable for doing dumb stuff. And I get it. I understand it. You're drunk. But I think my point is, even outside of being drunk, modern women do weird, crazy, silly things. And then they say, oh, well, I'm just a girl. I shouldn't be held responsible or accountable for this.
Yeah, I totally don't need a man. But I want one.
I got it. You don't need to.
If I let you sit here and try to figure this out,
I give up. I'm gonna ask for help.
Hi, Kate. How you doing?
Great.
How you doing?
So good.
You doing good?
Can you help me? I'm gonna cry if you don't take it from me.
Okay.
I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do everything myself and I don't need you.
You need help with that?
Thank you.
I got you, strong, independent woman.
Shut up.
You said.
Please open the door.
You said you got it. Hey, you used to do things before I came around.
Yeah.
You got it.
I can do it.
And so you're gonna get it.
Open the door.
I don't know how to do it.
Andrew, open the door.
You got it. Mrs. Screwdriver. You got it.
It's not my fault.
Send you a photo? I'll send you a photo, alright? Look at the state of this bathroom. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
Yeah, look at it, Mom. You ruined it.
Ruined it! Look, it's all over here! It's on the look at it! Green! Who has green? Who the has green?
Society keeps telling women, we don't need a man, but we needed our father. We want a partner, and one day y'all gonna depend on y'all sons. Just selfish. And if we keep raising girls to act like men don't matter, then y'all sons gonna start getting treated like they disposable. We cannot afford to live alone in this economy. So having a man is not an option.
I hope she liked the ride. Wait, why does it sound like that? Ooh, it sounds bad. Babe, why does it sound like that?
I ran over a couple puddles and now it's sounding like
Are you kidding me? This thing is cooked.
that.
Yes, you did.
Damn, broke that butt. You fall on your butt?
Yeah.
Hi,
honey. Hi. How are?
Mr. Husband who makes his wife do boy jobs.
Oh, hi. What took you so long to get back to me
I
here?
had to change because my other clothes were filthy.
Why were they filthy?
Because I just said, why are you recording?
I think this should be shared.
I don't want to be recorded right now.
Well, you know, difference
I'll
of
allow it. My husband made me do another boy job.
What did I make you
One of the
do?
most egregious ones. Ladies, brace
Oh,
yourselves.
pray tell, what egregious job you did.
You made me pump my own gas.
Oh, really? Tell me the story. What happened?
There I was driving my little car,
Yeah.
listening to my tunes,
Yeah.
thinking,
As you normally drive,
you know,
yeah.
like this. And I noticed that my car had 2 miles until empty.
And who let their car get to 2 miles?
My husband.
Right, of course.
Husbands fill their wives' tanks.
Right.
I had to go to the gas station by myself,
Uh-huh.
pump my own gas.
Uh-huh.
Gas was flying. People are screaming. Babies are crying.
Oh my. You're telling me in the state of New Jersey, where it's illegal to pump your own gas and we have attendants to pump it, you did it. So what I'm what I'm hearing is, just real quick, you drove to a gas station.
Babe, we're gonna crash. Say you need me. Say you need me. Say you need me. Yes. Guys, it's the long fair. Babe, what are we doing?
Your fat head is sitting remote. Look, Brett.
Hey, what? What is she doing? What is she doing, dude? There is no way. Tyler, what is she doing?
Why doesn't she just jump it right now?
I am so confused.
And is that even gonna work?
What is she doing? Tyler. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
There's no way this works.
There is no way. Why is she shutting it? Did she say she's okay?
She just said she's got it, I guess. I guess she's done it before. She seemed confident.
Oh,
it worked.
It started.
It worked.
It started. I guess she's just gonna drive away with it like that.
I mean, I guess it works.
What's up with men? I don't know. I wanted to ask you. Men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore.
Maybe we should have a man on and ask him what that's like. Why don't they do that?
A dating expert. Is there a dating expert man that would like to come on this podcast?
Okay, here are some of my theories why men don't approach women in public. Okay, number one, I think they have had a super horrible traumatic experience with like literally one woman. Like one woman really did them so dirty that traumatized them moving forward. Like they can't even move forward because they're still so hurt from the past one experience that they're moving from a place of hurt and not from like a healed perspective. 2, men have a very sensitive ego. And they rather protect that ego from it getting bruised just a little bit, just simply by a rejection from a woman, than to actually go and pursue something. Okay, and 3rd point. Men have it way too easy now with all the dating apps and Instagram and sliding into someone's DMs. Like, why would they want to do that in public when they can just choose the easy way out and do it through social media behind a screen?
So I want to say this. We always talk about how men have sensitive egos, but then they don't talk. They don't communicate, but then when they communicate, they're overly emotional and they're dramatic. You can't have it both ways. Number one, we talk about how men have one experience and that experience ruins them forever. Actually, it's not really like that. We might have had 1 or 2 experiences where the person did us dirty, but fine, whatever, so what? But on the daily basis, when you have modern women talking about they don't need men, when you have modern women talking about men are trash, we don't want men around, don't come and approach me, then a man is, at that point, it's not bitterness. At that point, it's not hurt. It's, well, y'all told me not to approach. Like, y'all got to understand that a lot of men are saying, you're talking crap. You're talking crap, and when you need a man to help you, all of a sudden you want to cry and boo-hoo. But this whole that's got nothing to do with my ego. That's got nothing to do with my pride. That's got everything to do with you running your mouth. Y'all want to be strong and independent and say y'all don't need somebody, but then when you do, oh, I'm a human, I'm a woman, can't you just be a gentleman? Can't you do this just to be a good human being? Man, I hate men. See, this is why I never trust a man. They'll never say, this is why I don't trust myself. Because one minute I can be boo-hooing and crying, and then the next minute I can be strong, independent, talking about I don't need nobody. Isn't it strange how I go from one to the other? Isn't it strange how I can talk about not needing men so boldly, so courageously, so recklessly, but then literally in the next minute I can talk about, oh, please, somebody help me. Please, somebody come and protect me. We can leave the women that hurt me in the past to the side. What we need to deal with is an ongoing problem of modern women talking about they don't need men, and then expecting a man to help, then expecting a man to approach and give them validation. It's not happening. Men are walking away from that nonsense.
Guys don't want to approach women anymore, and with good reason. You see all this stuff online. Men aren't taking no for an answer, and women are saying they're afraid of guys. They're creepy when they just come up to them. And so men are like, I don't want to be lumped up as a creep, so I'm going to stop walking up to women asking for their number. You see women saying, why don't men approach us anymore? Well, I think the real issue is women are asking, why don't the men I find attractive coming up to me? Because let's be honest, if she doesn't find him attractive, she is not interested in him coming up to her. She wants the guy she likes to talk to her. So the ball is in the women's court. Ladies, if you see a guy you like, you might have to go up to him. Just show that you're open to communication. Ask for the time, directions, a recommendation of a book if you're in a bookstore, just to let him know that you're open, and maybe that'll encourage him to talk to you. Because let's be honest, you don't want every guy to talk to you. Just your type. What do you guys think?
Stop telling me to go meet someone in the wild when I go in the wild and someone will be staring at me the whole entire night and won't come say hi. How many more times is that going to happen? How many more times am I going to be in the bar, playing pool, at the coffee shop, on a walk, and I will be staring down another person who is staring me down, smiling across the table, whatever, and you don't come say hi? Oh my gosh. What am I meant to do, you guys? Am I going to have, we always have to make the first move or something? Because, oh my gosh.
This is a public service announcement for white men. It is okay to approach a Latina at the bar.
That part, yep.
It is okay to like a Latina. We are equals. We are pretty people. We are also equal to the blondes at the bar.
Even better.
Even better, maybe. I don't wanna, perhaps.
Don't quote me on it, but.
Please, it is okay to approach a Latina at the bar. It is okay.
We will talk to you.
We will talk to you. It is okay. I promise. It is okay. Please approach us. We are all one. We are begging.
We're begging.
We're on our hands and knees. Please approach us.
I'm on my knees.
Like, what the fuck?
I was speaking to my mum about dating, and because I'm out a lot for work and things like that, and I love to socialize, she was like, oh, have you met anyone out? And I'm like, well, I will see a guy that, say I've texted or met online or have mutuals with, and he will look at me and then turn away and then message saying hey, you looked gorgeous today. And that's a universal experience for every girl. Guys will just text you later on. And mum's like, what the fuck? If mum's when I would go out, if a guy was interested, he'd straight up go, hey, I'm interested in you, whatever, what's your number? And if you liked him, you'd give him your real one. If you didn't, you'd change 1 digit. That's what she said to me. My mum did make a point that I go for socially awkward private school boys that don't know how to talk to girls because I went to single sex schools, so that's a big factor too. But like, I took it upon myself to call my guy friend and literally ask for the answers. I'm like, just tell me, like, what is stopping guys from just like approaching girls naturally and not like sleazy, just like literally for a conversation? Because guys that like do that like reap the benefits anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be a sleaze to like pull a girl in the first place. My guy friend said unless a girl is like making it that obvious, like at a pub for example, that she's into him, he's like, she has to fully be like waving at me for me to think to go over. And he said that rejection just isn't worth it these days because that girls like have higher standards of men, so guys genuinely feel like they just aren't good enough and to go up and introduce themselves. And I'm like, that's actually kind of sad because I do feel like girls are getting judgier, but I also feel like boys are the same. And I think it goes down to dating apps and social media, obviously. But dating apps is like shopping, like no, yes, no. So it's like people are getting pickier, but yeah, it's like people don't know how to socialize anymore and it's really sad. I saw on TikTok a card game that someone invented called We Met at a Bar. I don't know if you've seen it, but it actually looks like a cool idea and they should collab with different pubs in Melbourne and just like have the card game sitting at like different tables or something. I feel like that'd be so good. Pretty much, I think it was like they had like different not dares, but like, oh, I don't know, you have to look it up, but it's called We Met at a Bar and like it like introduces conversation, like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I just feel like there's got to be a way to just like improve everything about the dating culture, otherwise we're doomed.
So why do men no longer come up to women? I asked this in a TikTok last week and it got so many comments, especially from men. And I just want to preface this with, this was no shade to men, this post was no shade to men, and neither is this one. I was just genuinely curious and asking. I love men, I think they're awesome, and I think that they're a little confused right now. But most of their responses said something like, we were told not to go up to you guys, and we were told that you want to be left alone, and you just want your own space, and you don't want us approaching you. Which for some women, that can absolutely be true, but I love meeting people in person, and I just think that it takes a confident person to go up to someone when you see them in person, and I think it's a really cool way to meet people rather than meeting people online. And we're also saying things like they were called creeps and weirdos, and they don't want to be called that. It's not a pleasant experience. But I will say that it has to do with how you approach a woman. Like, for example, myself and my friends have had men come up to us with a really, really intense energy, like a very in-your-face energy, and they're really nervous and they're kind of scattered and they're very pushy or weird, and their energy is just off. And one of the most attractive things to a woman is emotional intelligence, and that shows within like the first few seconds of meeting someone when they introduce themselves to you. So if you're gonna go up to a woman, just like take a calm, deep breath. If you see a woman working on her laptop or something at a cafe, you can go up to her and be like, hey, my name is so-and-so. I thought you were really beautiful and you seem interesting. I would love to get to know you more if you're interested, and then slipping her your number on a napkin or something, you know? Like, just coming up to women with a calm energy and not giving off this like needy energy or this like pushy energy. I think that is what women don't like. I think it's really sweet and cute to be approached in person, and I know that there's a lot of women like me. There's probably some women out there who don't want to be approached, and that's fine, and it's hard to tell who's who. But I think you can tell when you go up to a girl kind of right away if she'd be interested or not based on her body language, and just be calm and natural and don't overthink it. You know, I know that's easier said than done. I've only gone up to a man once in my whole life, but I think that might help. I don't know, I think I'm just someone who's very interested in people interacting with each other and having experiences and building community. And I think the world is growing more and more introverted and people are on their phones more. And I just think it's beautiful to meet people out and in person. And I just don't want to lose that as a humanity.
I hear you with the needy energy. I hear you with the coming up to somebody with a calm energy. It makes them think that you're not desperate. It makes them think that, hey, this guy is not going to be crazy obsessed over me. It's a healthy obsession. I get where you're coming from. But men have done this. And women, I'm thinking about one now, where she specifically said, if a man were to do something and I didn't like him, I would call it creepy. I'm just going to be dead honest with you. If he did something that I didn't like, I would say that was weird. Over and over again, modern women continue to tell men, if I don't feel like you're attractive, that's weird. That's weird. Don't do that. And if, just do it anyway. I may or may not. I'm not going to go based off of may or may not. I'm not going to go based off your feelings. That's what modern women are having a problem with, is men are not going off of what ifs. Men are not going off of, I wouldn't even say risky scenarios. Gray areas. Is it this or is it that? Y'all need to learn to live in the gray. I will live in the gray with my woman, a woman that I have rapport with. I will live in the gray with my family members. I will live in the gray with my mother and my father. People that I know have my best interest at heart. I will live in the gray area with my friends, but I will not live in the gray area with a woman that I don't know. I don't know you. You could say anything. You could do anything and walk off because you don't care. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. So you putting up videos or you calling the cops or walking up to the gym staff and saying this man is bothering me and then walking off. You don't care about me getting in serious trouble because I got too hectic in there. I just left and went to another gym. And instead of coming back and apologizing, you'll go to a different space so you don't have to be held accountable. So all of this comes from y'all talking reckless and telling a man to stay away, don't approach, don't do this, don't do that. And then coming back around and saying, well, we didn't mean forever. We just meant for a little while. No, you don't get to pick and choose when you want something done. You don't get to pick and choose when you want my schedule to fit yours. That's not how this works.
This is so sad. You'd rather risk not ruining someone's night, but what if you made their night? Single men are not going up to women because you're too scared you're going to ruin her night. Are you a serial killer? You're going to make her night by going up to her in real life.
I think one of the problems that we face now is that for so long as women, as a gender, we've said, don't approach me. Don't approach me when I look cute. Don't approach me at the gas station. Don't approach me when I look busted down. Like, just don't approach. And men have gotten to the point where they're just like, I don't know when to approach you. I'm not sure. Now, in my younger years, right? Because it's been a while since I dated, but in my younger years, you make eye contact with the guy, and it was like an unspoken, yes, you can approach me, like unspoken permission. I don't know if that's happening anymore. I think that at this point, men have just kind of gotten turned away by all of the turn downs, by all of the rejection is the word I'm looking for. I don't think that there's anything wrong with a woman approaching a man, but be prepared for rejection. I'll just say that, just like men have been getting rejected as women, if you choose to approach, you're going to have to be prepared for that rejection.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? Say shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women. The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance. As a woman who's trying to embody her feminine energy, you're not going to catch me going up to the guy. You're just not. We can just stare at each other. Say shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women, because guys don't do that anymore. If God were to guarantee that your 20th person would be the love of your life, you would be so happy to be rejected by all 19. So why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? We don't chase. We signal like, you can come up to me now. But all men do is just look at you now. And of course, like, if the woman is interested, she's gonna keep looking your way too, but it just like stays like that. Nothing ever happens.
because men don't walk up to women anymore, or they're just tired of being rejected. But it's like, if God were to tell you that you're gonna go through 20 rejections before you get to your yes, and that's gonna be the love of your life, you guys would be so happy to go through all 20 because you would just so closer to the love of your life. Come on, guys, you guys gotta do better.
Men don't really approach women that much anymore for a lot of different reasons, I think. But personally, I want to be approached. I would love to meet someone in real life versus online. And as long as it's a respectful approach, I'm always going to be nice. Even if I'm not interested, I'm never going to be rude to the guy. But I think as women, we have to give a signal that we are interested before most men will feel like it's okay to like actually approach you. Personally, I'm not going to approach a man. That's not me, but I will make it clear that I'm interested. I will pretty much give him an open invitation to approach me through eye contact, smiling at him, physically like getting closer to him in whatever vicinity that we're in. And if he doesn't take that invitation, then I would just assume he's taken, or he doesn't have the confidence to come up to me, which just means he's not for me. I'm gonna try harder to meet people in real life.
A big theme that I'm seeing is, especially in the younger generation of men, feeling that isolation is their best answer to not even just social interaction, but like goals in life. Like, I want to go live in the woods by myself with a tractor, you know, like no one else. And they're reading that book of the guy who did that and died like that and was completely unhappy and left like journals and everything like this. And I don't know if it's a trend, but I do see that hyper individualistic, and then the conclusion they find is isolation. And that prohibits, like, it comes from that awkwardness and different things, but it prohibits them finding any codependency that's healthy, any relationship that's healthy, any enfolding of themselves interacting with life that is healthy.
So this is, I guess, what kind of gets me. Let me ask you a question. That man that you're talking about, living in isolation, you think that he would rather be in prison? You think that he would rather be all over social media, getting dragged and getting embarrassed? I don't think anybody wants to live in isolation. I don't think anybody wants to come to a spot to where they have to distance themselves. But it becomes about protection. If you guys are going to keep on talking to me crazy, talking to me sideways, cool. I can talk back, whatever, as long as we leave it like that. It becomes a problem when y'all get upset, you get in your feelings, and you start trying to weaponize that. Well, that's an extreme case of somebody going to the police. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't want that to happen. False allegations can really damage somebody, but also trying to talk about somebody, and honestly, in some instances, they're doxing the man online. They're doxing him is what they're doing. People are going to their job or their business if the guy's an entrepreneur and rating his stuff a 1. Taking his ratings all the way down from 4-star, 4.8, 4.5, all the way down to 1, and leaving bogus reviews. And so when he's trying to get new business, oh man, he's like, 1 star, he's got to be the worst in the county, in the city. Y'all are actually taking your feelings and putting them, basically not controlling them, and then putting them into real life. Instead of leaving it on social media or leaving it where you were. Like, say for instance, if a man, if 2 people were on the field and they were going back and forth, jaw jacking and all that stuff, leave that stuff on the field, right? That's the end of that. It becomes a problem when y'all start putting hands on each other. When y'all start, oh, well, meet me outside. No, you ain't got to do all of that. We don't have to do all of that, meet me outside and all that stuff. Leave it right there. But too often, modern women are the ones, the aggressors, even though they talk about men, they're the one, okay, figuratively speaking, talking about, well, meet me outside then. Well, we're going to do something about this. I'm going to pull up on you. Don't worry about it. This ain't over. And they come back for revenge. Yeah, you thought I forgot. But look, this is this man. This is where his house is. And nobody ever gets on them. Nobody ever, except for the woman DoorDash when she did that. I appreciate all of that being taken care of. But in a lot of these situations, women will do stuff like that. And people will be like, wait a minute, you're the one who committed the crime. or you're the one that was wrong. And still she'll be talking as if she did the right thing. And then people are like, well, you know, I can understand emotionally what she was feeling, so I kind of side with her. Why? She did the wrong thing. Thinking about Rhoda Brick Lady, she did the wrong thing. There were so many people. I was listening to Benny Ray talking about how in the beginning he was basically against her. Hey, she's doing something weird, da 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 da. And then come to find out she was actually doing something weird and got convicted for it. And now nobody's issuing apologies. Everybody done dragged you. Everybody done tried to get you ruined, try to get you removed off of TikTok. Some people make money off of TikTok. You try to destroy my business for foolishness, for nonsense. But they'll never come back and say sorry. Nobody will ever hold them accountable. That's what they be doing. And, well, to be fair, once again, Rhoda Brick Lady looks like she's going to be held accountable. So that's fantastic. I'm hearing, or I think I read that, I think Daphne, or something like that, accountability. I can't remember her name, but I think she's all over Instagram. Accountability Queen, I think is what it is. She's all over Instagram, Facebook, maybe TikTok. I'm not 100% sure. Holding women accountable for their bad behavior out here. We want to talk about all of the isolation and men not coming out, and you think it's the answer. This is the best answer right now until you stop acting crazy.
Wonder why high-value men are not approaching you? It's not because they don't exist. It's because women scared them all away. All I see on social media is men being canceled and scrutinized just for being men. We have literally embarrassed, belittled, and threatened men just for trying to approach us women. I understand there are some horror stories out there, but women can be just as guilty. All the high-value men are doing the same thing us women do on a daily basis. Like go to the gym, go to work, get coffee, go to the grocery store. The problem is that women have become so cold and out of touch with our feminine energy that men are literally horrified of being that guy or getting canceled and trashed on. Most of them have just completely backed off because we women have been screaming at them not to come talk to us. We have to take accountability for our action and behavior as women and stop making men look like monsters and start embodying our feminine energy to be more warm and inviting for the right man to swoop you off your feet.
One of my friends told me that I brush my teeth weird. I don't really know what they mean by that, but tell me if I'm doing something wrong.
This girl will get taken out and she'll meet a guy she likes, and suddenly she'll want to be taken seriously, and that guy will be like, and she'll be like, why don't you you're disrespectful. She'll call her friend, be like, he's disrespected me. He was like not treating me like a lady. They'll cry. What did I do? And meantime, this is what their TikTok videos look like.
I left the man that I loved for the man that I deserved. I was in a relationship for 10 years and decided to leave that relationship because he was no longer the man of my dreams. He was a good boyfriend and he never cheated on me, but when it came to alignment and what I deserved and what I wanted and saw for myself and my future kids, I wanted to give my kids the best possible father I could, as well as like the best possible life I could give them. Love is not enough for that. So I left. It took me years of contemplation, but now I am in pursuit of finding the man of my dreams again, because you're young, you're hot, you might as well live your best possible life, especially the one life that you have, the one body that you have. Like, don't waste it away on settling.
So I just found out that I'm not hot. And this was based on a really humbling experience where I'm trying to get 4 men together to help me move a really heavy object from point A to point B. Not a far point A to point B either. And I can't do it. It can't be done. I'm in hell. I've tried for days, texting every man I know. Can you please come help me move this heavy thing? It's a piece of granite, by the way. I think we can use that as a gauge. Number 1, can you get a group of men to help you move a heavy object from point A to point B? Number 2, how far can you get them to move it? Because what I need is a piece of granite moved about 15 feet. Cannot gather 4 men to do that. Oh, I can't. I'm going to be hung over that day. Oh, I can't. Football is on. Wah. Number 1, they don't make men like they used to. Because how come nobody wants to be helpful? Little helpless old me? You want me to pick up the granite slab? Why? You're not being helpful. Number 2, I need to level up.
I'm sorry, but this is not telling of how hot you are. This is telling of how many men that you've placed in your friend zone. And it sounds like they all exited themselves without you even realizing. Because if you think that men are just going to give all of that effort, all of that time just because you're attractive and you're literally just sitting there and you're not reciprocating anything back, they are over that. They would rather have a true friend that they're putting effort towards, or they'd rather have somebody that's wanting to be in a real relationship with them. It's that simple. Stop trying to expect things from men when you're giving them literally nothing back.
So my body count is 500, and it got me thinking, what is the average person? Like,
I'd be right up there with you, girl, except my dad kept saying this stupid phrase throughout my childhood. It was so redundant. What was it? Oh, I love you.
I guess she had the same idea. Let's see if you can pick up a guy at Home Depot.
For you guys that don't already realize it, having the skills of building things and getting your hands dirty, not being afraid of that, is extremely attractive to pretty much all women. So the concept here of a woman going to Home Depot looking good and walking around trying to find a single guy, like, it's good, right? The ideas behind it are good. She wants to find a man that is not afraid to get his hands dirty. However, many women have tried this, and it oftentimes does not work because those men at Home Depot are not looking to hit on a woman. They are just looking to finish their project, okay? Home Depot, Lowe's, it is like their peaceful place. It's their work zone, okay? They're in work brain. So if you're a woman that is trying to do this, you need to be a little bit bolder than what you typically would be. You need to say something to him. You need to approach him. Just make sure, especially if it's a weekend, to look at his hand, okay? Because most likely if it's a man on a weekend, like mid-morning, early afternoon, he's probably there because he's completing a task that his wife sent him there to do. Other than that, ladies, good luck, and men, good luck finishing your projects.
Men don't care about women's money. We don't care about women's competence. We don't care about women's height. We don't care about all the things that you care about in a man. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So you became the man that you want. So all these other guys that you're meeting, they don't qualify for you. But the only guy that did meet your standards, guess what? You didn't qualify for him.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only going to base us based off our height. I'm 6'4", he's 5'8".
I didn't judge his character.
But okay, but you judge his height and he doesn't qualify for you. The same way he doesn't qualify for you, with your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second. No, he's just...
I was never speaking down on you. I was speaking to the queen in you. All human beings, we got the fool in us or the king or the queen in us. Like the man, he has a fool in him, but he also has a king in him. And that woman should always speak to the king in him. A woman has a fool in her, but she also has a queen in her. Me speaking to the fool in you would have been you just as good.
And once again, modern women get to talking reckless and they get their feelings hurt. What's not shown in this clip is that she was talking reckless. She was talking reckless about short men. And she was laughing and joking and ha and all, just making jokes. But when somebody says, now hold on, and once again, we can go back to men starting to go into isolation. Why do they keep on doing that? Because y'all make jokes. Y'all say a whole bunch of wild stuff. But then when a man starts to say, hey, now wait a minute, that's not fair. You get to talk about me like that. I get to defend myself. Oh, well, I wasn't doing this because now you're starting to walk back all of the stuff that you said. Now it's not funny. Now it's not a joke. When something real hit, well, I'm really sensitive about my weight. Okay, then. I'm really sensitive about my height. Well, you need to be more secure. And so do you. You can't, and modern women do this in relationships too. They'll sit up there and pick at a man. They'll pick at him. You ain't this and you ain't that. And sometimes they're doing it as a joke. They think it's not malicious. I'm he and ha and laughing. Oh, the boys know that I'm joking with you. Oh, the girls know that I'm joking. Well, how come the boys can say it and you don't get on them? Because I know the boys love me. I know the boys care about me. I know the boys got my back. Some of us been together since high school, since elementary school, and we've been through stuff. But you keep on trashing me. And the boys don't trash me every single time, every single chance they get. They might throw out a couple of jokes here and there or throughout the night, but they don't keep on going in on me. And they They let me live it down. And when I say something back to them, they don't take it as personal. They be like, oh, well, now hold on, you can't. And then we kind of going back and forth. But for you, you say something to me and you hit below the belt. And I say, okay, I got you. Well, what about this? Oh, please, you can't say that. Do you hate women? That's what men get. So as soon as a man jokes or says something to make you back up, to surprise you, to knock you off your track, then you get upset and you start crying. But y'all want a man to watch his tongue, but y'all don't watch yours. That's not fair.
If you're courting someone, you got to let her know that she's the one for you, that you want her, and she should be on the pedestal. No?
Generally speaking, yes, most men operate like this, but I don't think it's conducive to anything good. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a lot of guys in your DMs?
Of course.
Okay. And those guys in your DMs give you a lot of free attention and a lot of free compliments.
Okay.
Right? Now, do you ever give them a chance?
No.
You just proved my point to be accurate, that when men pedestalize women, it doesn't work. And you're the prime example. Gotcha, bitch.
Study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire dataset, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Ever.
They actually went into the reasoning behind these men not going and speaking to women. And I believe the list was scared of rejection, scared of like an HR response or being reported or Me Too'd in some way, shape, or form, not being successful, and just not feeling the need to walk up to women anymore was also one of the many answers that men gave on the list of reasons why they no longer approach women. So it's interesting out there.
See, sometimes, by the way, guys, they use your date. They say, I'm just going to do dinner, right? Just dinner on the first date. I'm a good girl. I don't go out and drink. The wine at dinner, though, goes down real smooth. And then you know what they do? They leave you at bye, thank you. Walk around the block. Hello. They call their friend. Oh my God, he was so stupid. I would never do that again. Ew. But I got like this really good meal and I'm super tipsy. So where are we going? Where am I meeting you? And then they meet their friends and then they go out and they hook up with some rando that night. They got the pregame going on from the wine you paid for at dinner.
Would you rather one evening with me or a year's supply of this sandwich?
Let me tell you something. A pastrami sandwich never asked me to Uber them home at 3 a.m. A pastrami sandwich never gave me no lip or attitude. A pastrami sandwich.
Men are in trouble. Girls these days are too arrogant.
I choose sandwich.
These poor men. Somebody said pastrami. Oh my God. Pastrami for a night or pastrami sandwiches for a year. Somebody else said the best part of a pastrami is that it lets you eat it in peace. I actually didn't realize there was a sexual innuendo in that one. I was just like, oh, you just get to eat in peace.